In this video, you will learn how to create IPv6 assignments in the RIPE database. If you look at the inet6num object that represents your allocation, you can see that your default LAR maintainer is listed as mnt-by. This means that you can update some attributes of the allocation object, and you can create new objects for smaller address blocks within your allocation. To do this, you need to be logged in with your RIPE-NCC access account. Let's look at an example. You have 200 DSL customers, and you're going to assign a /56 to each of them. You can register these assignments in two different ways. 1. Create 200 inet6num objects with the status assigned, one object for each individual customer assignment. That's a lot of objects to create. 2. You can group all of these assignments into one single inet6num object with the status aggregated by LIR. Less work. We will create the object using the second option. The /48 contains 256 /56 blocks. This should be enough for our 200 assignments. Let's see how this works in the RIPE database. Make sure you are logged in with your RIPE-NCC access account. Go to ripe.net, IPs and ASNs, RIPE database, web updates. Select inet6num from the object list. All maintainers linked to your RIPE-NCC access account will be automatically selected to protect your inet6num object. You can remove any of them by clicking on the X. We recommend you to use the default LIR maintainer when you register assignments. In the inet6num attribute, fill out the prefix you are going to use to make these 200 assignments. In this case, it is a /48. When choosing net names, choose a net name that describes how the address block will be used. If this is an assignment for an end user, put the end user's name as the net name. For example, grapefruit-hosting. If it's going to be used in your infrastructure, give it a unique net name per service. In our example, it's going to be used as a DSL pool, so let's put iSpeed-DSL. Fill in the country code of the country where these IPs will be used. The admin C and tech C require NIC handles. They represent contact information for a role or a person. The status in this case will be aggregated by LIR, as you are putting together several assignments into one inet6num object. The source is test, as you are creating the object in the test database. This object is not complete yet. There is still one attribute missing. Click the plus sign next to the status attribute and choose assignment size. Here you write the size of the individual assignments that are grouped together in this single inet6num object. You can only group together assignments of the same size. In our example, each assignment is a /56 per customer, so we write 56. Click Submit. Great work! You have registered 200 IPv6 assignments in one go. What are the main characteristics of grouping the assignments together? You do not need to specify the name or the number of customers included in that inet6num. The status will be aggregated by LIR. You need to add the attribute assignment size to specify the size of each assignment in that inet6num object. If you choose to register an inet6num object for each assignment separately, the status will be assigned. You do not need to add the attribute assignment size. For business customers, we recommend to register their assignments as a separate inet6num object. Keep in mind, you don't need to assign more IPv6 address space than what's actually needed. Make sure you assign enough, but try not to go overboard. If there's ever an audit, or if you're asking for more address space later on, you'll need to have documentation ready to explain why you assigned an address block larger than a /48 to a single network. Remember to keep your assignments in the RIPE database up to date. If you want to know how to create assignments for IPv4 address blocks, see our video, Create IPv4 Assignments.